I grew up in like rural Alberta. I think like growing up in a very homogenous environment, but not necessarily fitting into that space and coming from a different like background and culture, I had to navigate different worlds sometimes. I think I just like learned the importance and value in having different perspectives and different cultures coming together and like the beauty that comes from the intersections of those. When I thought of sustainability, what I really appreciated is the definition that it encompasses both like the social and environmental aspects of sustainability. And coming in, I was super focused on the social. So what does it mean to be socially sustainable? I was very concerned with like labor exploitation, and I think that's still an issue that really drew me into this world. But my original conception was like organizing our world in such a way that like gives back and respects people and the environment. But I really had a vague sense of like the environmental aspect or the social aspect or how those work together. I just like knew that if I got involved, I'd be like part of doing the things that I think really excite me. When I got to UBC and learned about like the Sustainable Development Goals, which are call it like the whole world got together and said, these are the 17 things we really want to happen by 2030. Like an embodiment of like a global effort towards something bigger with like people who like completely do not see eye to eye. Goals that on the surface seem like irreconcilable and like sectors that don't talk to each other. Like there's so much interfacing and intersection of cultures and ideas. And so I was just immediately drawn to that as a way to go about affecting change in the world, because it really like embodied those values that I had spent all the years before of my life really navigating it. ReImagine 17 started from groups of students at various universities in Canada who were working in some way with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals on their campuses, coming together and realizing there's power in taking what we're learning at the local level and combining forces and sharing what we know at the national level. Why is it important for young people to take action on the climate crisis? Well, I'd rephrase that and say that I think it's important for all people to take action. So I don't want to disproportionately put the focus on young people to fix this. But that being said, I do think, like personally as a young person, I do feel deeply hopeful about our world and our ability to be like creative, do things differently, provoke people to think about things in different ways. So I think using our power to shift things can actually have a really large impact. What modern conceptions of sustainability are a reaction to a world that's very like extractive. So like, what can I get from people? What can I get from the earth? And like lots of like the what can I get from the earth is what led to the climate crisis. When I guess like my sustainability friends and I are talking about sustainability, what we're really talking about is orienting not only our lives, but larger systems in a way where we're in a relationship with the earth and in like a relationship with others. And like there's reciprocity and respect. Sustainability, I think, has always been something where it's not just about the trees or the environment or like plastic bottles, right? It's like our relationship with everything. So it can be our relationship with the planet. It can be our relationship with people. It can be our relationship, I think, with like things larger than us. People connect their spiritualities to sustainability, and I definitely do. Because I think we put so much pressure on the individual to change how they live their whole life when they're still in this world that operates in a certain way. What you eat, how you live, what you buy, that's a way to think about sustainability, but I think that's really, really narrow because it reduces sustainability to basically like consumption. But then the other part of it is the, like, what kind of world are you trying to like advocate and push for? So I think where I really like see my work pushing for institutions like UBC, like governments, to orient our societies, our campuses in such a way that promotes sustainability at like a systemic level. We have like some crazy issues as a world. The climate crisis, rising inequality, COVID. And in the face of these, we like have an opportunity to really think about how we got here and what we need to do to like, get out of these situations, to like have like a better world for everyone. And I think in creating a better world for everyone, like we need to reflect and sit with it and think up what could be, rather than I think just accepting things as they are.